Uranus goes retrograde in Aries on the 3rd of August 2017, and it's at 28 degrees, which means it's in the height of Aries. Now, what does exactly Uranus do to us? It actually awakens the situations in us which we want to change. It awakens us to the certain facts of life, and it tells us that how we need to change things if we want to lead a very happy and a contented life. And it also inspires us to challenge what we accept as the norm. There are certain, we are conditioned when we are growing up in life, we are conditioned to certain situations, and we are told that this is the norm, this is the normal way to lead your life. But now as you are growing in and the Uranus is having an impact in you, you tend to question those norms because you want to break the age-old traditions and probably do something that is new. That's exactly what Uranus does when it is direct and it is affecting us. Now that it is going retrograde, what does it do? Well, it pushes you to be awakened. It pushes you that whatever you felt like changing the norms, do it now. Now what Uranus does is it shakes things up for us when it goes retrograde, and when it starts to do so, it does it in a very pushy way. It becomes a little aggressive. You'll find yourself restless. You'll find yourself wanting to break the rules and finally come out in the open to speak your mind out. So, if you haven't spoken your mind out, Uranus is pushing you to speak your mind out, and it pushes us so deep that it actually makes us come face to face with the problems that were lying dormant, and you could come against the roadblocks that have impeded your progress so far. So basically, when it is going retrograde, I would say you shouldn't fear, because it now puts you in front of the situation where it says, okay, these roadblocks are coming, these obstacles are coming. Either you push it now and get over it and be a winner, or you will have to wait for some more time, and that some more time can be incessantly long. So you need to wake up, and it forces us to re-evaluate our values and our priorities in life. This is what Uranus does. So when it is going retrograde, it is pushing you more aggressively. It actually makes you come and stand in front of the roadblocks. It makes you take the correct assessment of the situation. It's more to do with your inward thinking. It is more to do with your mental capabilities and abilities and situations, that either you change the situation now or stop cribbing and accept the things as they are, because it will not give you a second chance. So there are some strong-minded people who will come and probably face the situations and remove the obstacles, physically also, mentally also, psychologically also. And sure enough, whenever we are pushing these roadblocks and these obstacles, situations are not going to be conducive. But after you have removed the roadblocks and after you have removed the situations definitely will become more conducive to you. It is something that I always say, it is like when we are turning a blind eye to a problem, and now when the Uranus is going retrograde, it will put that problem right in front of us. And we no more can say, I didn't visualize it, I didn't realize it, or probably I didn't think about it. So the subconscious is actually put in front of you, and it becomes the center, of attraction to you, it becomes your focus, it becomes your priority, and it makes it next to impossible for you to ignore any situation or any person when Uranus is going retrograde. If we are willing to settle and reluctant to venture out from our comfort zone, then Uranus shakes us out of the comfort zone, and it actually tells us that, come on, you have to take charge of your life now. It's like if suppose you're sitting on a blanket in a garden and ants come up, they come and bite you. You need to get up, you need to shrug your blanket off, and then probably go to a safer place, or probably take hold of the situation and do something that will help you make you more comfortable and happier. But you definitely can't be sitting on the blanket. Now what my notes or what my understanding is that when Uranus is going retrograde on a personal level, you will find that Uranus forces you to re-evaluate your life, your partnerships, your relationships, what you have accepted so far. Are you willing to accept it further, or do you want to change the situations? Now this doesn't necessarily mean breakup in relationships. It just means that making it more clearer to your partner that how would you accept your life to be. Now while you are clearing these things to your partner, you cannot do it in an aggressive manner, though Uranus is pushing you to do it in an aggressive manner. Remember, Uranus does not like breakups. It just clears the clutter from your life, and it just tells you to face and assess the situations and then calmly handle the life, or make your partners or relationships understand that this is how you would like the life to be, but how you would like the life to be without controlling the other person. You also have to understand, because you must remember your partner is also undergoing the same phase of Uranus retrograde and assessing himself also. So when both of you all are assessing the situation, because the Uranus is going retrograde, you can actually come to a very good understanding. Or else you move on, and when you move on, you actually feel relieved, because it's a win-win situation. Either you clear the things which are troubling you, or you move on. Either which way, your life does settle down. So if you've been mindlessly heading down the wrong path, Uranus retrograde gives you the proverbial slap in the face and brings you back to your senses. See, sometimes if you see, whenever we are angry and we are not able to come to a situation, we just bang our heads. We just slap ourselves, okay, come on. So Uranus is like the proverbial slap, that it slaps you, it awakens you, and it tells you now is the time, you have to handle the situations. Now it also says that it is a kind of a slap that stings, but for which you will be grateful. It's like the mother slapping you during your childhood, and that is remembered throughout your life, and you never make those mistakes again. So when Uranus is retrograde, it is pushing you, it is making your mind restless, it is subtly telling you to wake up. So it is like the soft slap which does sting, because when you are taking decisions in life, they are difficult. The biggest thing that a person can do if he wants to be an achiever is to be capable of taking decisions at the correct time and being responsible for whatever the outcome is. So Uranus tells you what are your priorities, it pushes you towards taking decisions, and it tells you it's a complete time to overhaul the system of your life. Then it says that after something happens, you may find yourself wondering, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? That's the planet's influence on you when it is in retrograde. Sometimes and all these things are happening when you're sitting alone, when you're sitting in your me time or in your space. That is the time you will wonder, why am I doing this? Why do I have to tolerate all this nonsense? So that is when the Uranus is going retrograde, it is making you realize. Sometimes in life you just carry on relentlessly. You just carry on without even paying attention to the outcomes of it. But a time comes in life that all the things that you have been brushing under the carpet come in the forefront, and you question yourself. Do I really want this? Do I really want you to do this throughout my life? So whatever answers you are taking in retrograde, or whatever situations you are handling in retrograde, you execute them when the Uranus goes direct. So it is like a homework that you are doing, it is like a foundation that you are laying, and then when the Uranus is retrograde, you start working on those foundations and make your life much, much better. As a society, you will find Uranus retrograde is when there is unrest and brings attention to things we've let slide for far too long. Now, more people begin to rethink the direction we've been taking, challenge the convention, and advocate a change. So riding out Uranus retrograde basically means you can really use this Uranus retrograde to your advantage. Actually, if you look at it, Uranus goes retrograde every year for 155 days in 365 days. That is one of the reasons, if you see, that after every couple of months, we tend to waken up to certain facts in our life which are not very conducive to our health, wealth or happiness. And we want to change things, but then comes a time we again put them under the carpet until the situation becomes so aggressive that we are forced to take certain actions in life. So you can actually take Uranus to your advantage rather than fear that, oh my God, now Uranus is going retrograde, what's going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. You don't have to fear. You just have to face the situation. And even the most weak-minded people are forced to take decisions. So if you take the decisions, life comes to your advantage. If you don't take the decisions and still keep accepting things the way they are, then I would say the only solution for those people is to stop cribbing and just take life the way it is. Because according to my experience, or according to my calculations and my notes, what I write about Uranus is, have you fallen into bad patterns of thought or behavior? Have you trapped yourself in a lifestyle or job that has really not been working for you? But you are stuck with it because it was easier than changing, or probably there was no choice. So Uranus retrograde is going to make you see what brought you to where you are. And face your fears. It helps you to face your fears and take you out of your comfort zone, ultimately guiding you to realization that there are better paths to take. So pull up your socks and take those decisions.